if you're a diehard Browns fan and love breaking down the game like we do. Hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell so you never miss a blitz. It's official. Travis Kelce, the generational tight end and one of the most dynamic offensive weapons of the past decade, has signed with the Cleveland Browns in a move that's already sending shockwaves through the NFL. After spending his entire career with the Kansas City Chiefs, where he became a household name and won multiple Super Bowls, Kelce is now trading in the red and gold for the brown and orange. The deal was announced earlier today and immediately lit up social media with a mix of disbelief, excitement, and anticipation. Browns fans, long familiar with heartbreak and rebuilds, suddenly have a new reason to believe, and not just because of the name recognition. Kelce's still playing at an elite level, and his arrival brings legitimacy and swagger to a team desperately in need of both. It's not just a signing, it's a statement of intent from Cleveland. They're all in. Now let's take a step back. What does this really mean for the Browns? For starters, Kelce isn't just any tight end. He's arguably the best to ever do it. We're talking about a guy who redefined the position, blurring the lines between tight end and wide receiver, turning seams into sprints and checkdowns into touchdowns. Over his career, Kelce racked up over 11,000 receiving yards, 8 Pro Bowl selections, and a resume that screams first ballot Hall of Famer. He didn't just benefit from Patrick Mahomes, he helped create Mahomes' legend. His timing, his football IQ, and his ability to break defenses wide open made the Chiefs' offense nearly impossible to stop. So when a player of that caliber signs with a team like the Browns, the implications are massive. We're talking about a potential transformation of the entire offensive identity in Cleveland. Kelce's decision to sign with Cleveland also speaks volumes about where the franchise is heading. For years, the Browns were known more for their dysfunction than their play. Coaching changes, quarterback controversies, front office turnover, you name it. But lately there's been a quiet shift. The front office has been more deliberate, the coaching staff more consistent, and the roster more balanced. Signing Kelce signals that the Browns no longer see themselves as underdogs or rebuilding. They're aiming for contention. And Kelce himself made that clear during his introductory press conference. "I'm not here to retire quietly," he said with a smirk. "I'm here to win. I'm here to turn this offense into something the league can't ignore." That's not just talk. That's a challenge to the rest of the AFC, and especially to the division rivals who thought Cleveland was an afterthought. The chemistry question will inevitably come up. Can Kelce click with Deshaun Watson? Can he thrive in a system that's vastly different from Andy Reid's high-flying playbook? Well, here's the thing. Kelce has never been a system player. He is the system. His route running is improvisational, Jazz. His hands are as reliable as sunrise, and his instincts for finding the soft spots in a zone or breaking away from man coverage are second to none. And Watson, for all the controversy off the field, is still an elite talent on it. He's mobile, he's got a cannon for an arm, and he's always played well with athletic tight ends. If those two can build chemistry early in training camp, this Browns offense could become a matchup nightmare for defensive coordinators across the league. Play action with Nick Chubb, rollout throws to Kelce, deep balls to Amari Cooper. Suddenly all feels very real. Let's not forget the leadership element Kelce brings. This isn't just about catching passes and scoring touchdowns. This is a guy who knows how to win. He's been in the biggest moments and delivered under the brightest lights. He knows what it takes to build a winning culture, to keep a locker room focused during a playoff run, to bounce back after a tough loss. Cleveland has lacked that kind of veteran leadership, especially someone who can lead by example on the field and be a vocal presence off it. Kelce is passionate, emotional, and deeply competitive. He won't just hold himself accountable, he'll raise the standard for everyone around him. Young players like David Njoku, Elijah Moore, and even Watson himself will benefit from having Kelce in that locker room. He changes the tone, the expectations, and the belief within an organization that has long struggled to find its identity. The AFC North just got a lot more interesting, with Lamar Jackson in Baltimore, Joe Burrow leading Cincinnati, and the Steelers. Always lurking with that Mike Tomlin discipline, the Browns have often felt like the little brother trying to keep up. But not anymore. Adding Kelce shifts the narrative. It tells the rest of the division, we're not here to survive, we're Here to dominate, it raises the stakes for every matchup. You can already picture those primetime games. Browns versus Ravens with playoff implications. Kelce jawing at defenders after a 20-yard gain. Watson orchestrating drives in the 2-minute drill. The energy, the tension, the storyline, everything gets amplified. And from a pure football perspective, the chess match each week becomes fascinating. How do you cover Kelce? Bracket him? Zone him? Good luck. Teams have tried for a decade and failed. Enjoying the content so far? Smash that like button and drop your take in the comments. We want to hear what you think about the Browns this season. There's also the fan perspective to consider. Browns fans are among the most loyal, passionate, and long-suffering in all of sports. They've seen heartbreak in every form. Bad drafts, blown leads, missed kicks, and that infamous 0-16 season. And yet they keep showing up. Week after week, season after season, they fill the Dawg Pound with hope. Signing Kelce is a moment they've earned. It's a reward for their patience, a gift for their loyalty, and maybe, just maybe, the beginning of something truly special. Merchandise is already flying off the shelves, ticket demand is surging, and social media is flooded with excitement. There's a different buzz around this team now. It's not just hype, it feels like hope. And for Browns fans, that hope is more valuable than any stat or salary figure. It's a belief that this time, things could actually be different. On the flip side, the pressure is now very real. Kelce isn't just a high-profile signing, he's a bar setter. Anything less than a deep playoff run will be seen as a disappointment. The coaching staff knows it, the front office knows it, and you can bet the players feel it too. That's the cost of ambition. You bring in a superstar, you raise expectations, but maybe that's exactly what this team needs. Pressure creates diamonds after all. And with a roster that includes elite talent on both sides of the ball, Myles Garrett, Denzel Ward, Nick Chubb, Amari Cooper, the Browns aren't short on capability. What they've lacked until now is a catalyst. Kelce can be that. The emotional spark, the on-field engine, the player who tilts the field just by stepping onto it. It's not about hype anymore. It's about production, results, and legacy. Kelce's impact will also ripple far beyond the football field. He's a media magnet, a pop culture icon, and someone who brings eyeballs wherever he goes. From his podcast with his brother Jason, to appearances on SNL, to his high-profile relationship with Taylor Swift that dominated headlines, Kelce is a brand. And the Browns, for all their history, have never had a player with that kind of crossover appeal. This isn't just a football move. It's a cultural one. The Browns will get more national games, more media attention, more everything. That spotlight can be a blessing and a curse. But it's also an opportunity to change the narrative around the franchise, to attract free agents, to build momentum not just for a season, but for a new era. The Kelce effect is real, and Cleveland's ready to embrace it. So where does that leave us? With excitement, with uncertainty, and with potential. Massive, thrilling, unpredictable potential. Travis Kelce is a Cleveland Brown. Let that sink in. The same guy who caught passes from Mahomes, danced in the end zone at Arrowhead, and lifted. The Lombardi Trophy is now suiting up for a team that's been waiting its turn for far too long. It's a bold move by the Browns and a bold decision by Kelce. But bold is how dynasties start. This story is just beginning, and it promises to be one of the most captivating arcs in the NFL this season. Whether it ends in glory or heartbreak, one thing is certain. Cleveland is no longer in the background. With Kelce on board, they're front and center, and the entire football world will be watching. Thanks for riding with us on another Browns Blitz. If you liked the video, share it with a fellow fan, hit subscribe, and ring that bell so you're always part of the Dawg Pound conversation. Go Browns!